So we're going into turn 5 of Somali Pirates, and the coalition decided to extend the game. So it's turn 5. They have to expend 5 net war points from their cash to keep the game going. And the coalition does have initiative. They decide to play second. And during the mobilization phase, the coalition plays the Somali Civil War chit. And so they roll a die on that table, but in this case, it ends up having no effect. The coalition doesn't mobilize any new forces, but they do buy 4 net war chits for use during the turn. So let's go down to the map and take a look at the player turns. So the Somalis are starting to fall behind in the net war points as the coalition forces are starting to learn how to deal with their type of conflict. The Somalis send several attack craft out into the Indian Ocean, but they encounter some United States Naval Forces Africa units. Despite the danger, these attack ships are going to perform some raids, and it turns out they're fairly successful. They get some loot, they take some hostages, and they increase their net war total by 8 points. Then there's another battle you can see in the next picture that takes place in Berbera, where the Somalian warlord is orchestrating a spectacular terror attack. That's what it's called in this game. It's a type of asymmetrical warfare that pirates can use, but they do need to play an ISR chit to do it. And in this case, it is somewhat successful in that it results in a lead story. So this is some negative press for the coalition, and some of the French task force ships are damaged, and the pirates gain 11 net war points. We now go to the coalition turn, and the Joint Special Operations Task Force attempts some counter insurgency operations to flush out the pirates in Mogadishu airport. The African Union formations lie in wait here to perform a kinetic attack after the underground units are exposed to the open. But this wasn't meant to be. The counterinsurgency operation fails. There's no result. And the African Union units in the same area just end up waiting around. I'm sorry, I don't have a picture for that. In this next picture, you see that the Joint Special Operations Task Force and the U.S. Naval Forces Africa are expending a joint operations chit, allowing them to combine their attack. And they launch a high-value target operation against the Somali warlord in Shabelle, and this is a moderate success, and the coalition gains 4 net war points. Then the coalition naval forces go after some of the pirate ships in the Indian Ocean. This is not pictured, but the result is overkill. So the pirates do lose some attack craft, but they also pick up a few net war points. Then the United States Africa Command is on the ground at Daror, and the Somali insurgents try to defend here, even though they're vastly outnumbered. In the end, they are completely wiped out, and the coalition decides to subtract net war points from the pirates. Now, this can happen when you max out on your net war points and you win more. You can choose to take them away from the other player, so that is sometimes what is done. Now, looking at this next picture, you can see the Combined Joint Task Force, Horn of Africa, is launching an all-out attack against the Somaliland warlord and his forces in Berbera. The pirates play their tactical edge chit to double their kinetic strength, but the coalition rolls a 6 on this, and it wipes out the entire force. So the pirates play another chit called Terminally Stupid Algorithm, And this allows for a re-roll. So the coalition throws down a black ops chit, which you can also see in the picture, which cancels the terminally stupid algorithm chit. So in the end, the warlord is killed, but it turns out he wasn't such a great target after all, because we only rolled a 1 on the net war value for him. So the coalition plays an info war chit to take full advantage of the victory here, and gets 24 points. The next action shifts to the area of Dur. I don't have a picture for this, but here the NATO forces have entered play, and the Somaliland pirates, I should say, are having some activity in the area, and they are prepared to defend. So the pirate player decides to drop another tactical edge chit to double the kinetic strength of the Somaliland units. The Somali technical unit, though, is destroyed, and the others end up retreating by going underground. And then, as the last operation, also not pictured, the United States Africa Command carrier aircraft fly in and perform an airstrike against the pirates in Garawa. There's no effect other than the surviving insurgents get 5 points to boost their net war index. So now both sides are going to add net war points for the control of areas. So the coalition's index maxes out at 100 points. The pirates total up at 71 points. So if the coalition decides not to continue, the Somalis will have to pay 6 net war points to continue to game turn 6. If we choose to just let the game end here, the coalition wins a marginal victory. You can see how the coalition might want to extend the turn for the hope of getting a more significant level of victory. But the pirates might also have reason to extend the game to try to bring things back toward a draw. Things can change very quickly in this game, especially if you have a negative press event against the coalition. But I decided to just end the game here. This is a nice even way to end, but I think this game shows that the coalition can raise a significantly superior amount of kinetic strength to win any battle that they want to win. But of course, nothing is guaranteed. Disasters can happen, and even marginal victories on the battlefield might result in the pirates actually gaining positive press from it. So you get a little bit of an understanding of this Joe Miranda game. And if you're interested in this type of topic, you might want to pick up Modern War number 3, Somali Pirates. Thank you for watching this series, and have a great day.